2/22/22. Now that's the date.
Yes.
It's hard to forget unless you're me writing a check. Even harder to spit out sometimes.
It is a date, of course, that most of us will never ever see again. And about 4 hours ago, the date and the time matched up at 2:22 p.m.
That's crazy.
Isn't it crazy? You know, on this very special Tuesday, we sent Fox13's Tom Dees to a town that's right here in the Mid-South.
So on this Tuesday, I am heading to Tunica to do a story on the fact that it's 2:22 and it will never ever be 2:22 or 2:22 p.m. on 2/22 ever again. If you didn't notice, I left the year, which is 22, out of there by accident. But trust me, there were plenty of 2s left to cover on the way to Tunica. The weird thing is, the first road sign was a 2, and the first exit was a 2. Then there was 2-lane road, which starts with 2. Upon arriving in Tunica on a whim, I went to apartment 2 in apartment complex 22, where Yashika Brumfield found it not a bit odd that I was at her door asking if she understood the significance of where she lived on this date.
No, it's definitely a significant number to be living in the year 2022, to live in an apartment. Building 22 in apartment 2. So it's something to actually think about.
Call it a 2 for Tuesday, where it was 2:22 in the afternoon on 2/22/22. And since Tunica is a gambling town,
it's a lucky day.
Marcus McKenzie of Tunica tells me he's not the gambling kind, but if he was, he'd definitely throw a 2 in there.
If I played a lottery, daily tickets or whatever, I probably would get the numbers or something. 222. Just a lot of 2s, ain't it? You got 1 0 in there, but I guess you can skip the 20 of that. Is that all this was about? 222, 222. It'll never happen again, I do know that much.
In Tunica, on Tuesday, 2/22/22, Tom Dees, Fox13 News. My producer tells me that this story on this date, 2/22/22, needs to be exactly 2 minutes and 22 seconds long, which means that this story stops right now.
Love him.